Okay, so one of my favorite pair of sneakers that I own is this shoe. This is the Air Jordan 4 Fear 4, and it's coming back this month, but it won't have the cool writing on the inside, so I figure I'd rock these just to show some love to the, I guess this is technically an OG version of the shoe. Anyway, lots of good stuff coming up this week, so let's get right into it. First up, we have the Nike Air Max 180 Joker. This is gonna be on the 5th for $150. And note, this is not an official collaboration with DC, but the internet sure has a dark sense of humor to dub a sneaker Joker on the same day of the election. We also have the Jordan Luca 3 Imaginarium. This is going to be on the 5th for $130, and we have it in Imaginarium Pink Prime on the 5th for $130 as well. We have the Simpsons Adidas Rivalry Low, and this is the Werewolf Sanders. This is actually rescheduled. I thought this was going to come out last month, so that's going to be on the 5th for $130. We have the collaboration with the Converse One Star, This Never That, the Converse One Star Pro. That's going to be on the 5th for $90. The Adidas Jabbar High in Core Black and Off-White. This is an undefeated release. This is going to be on the 6th for $110. 100 Thieves is collaborating with Adidas on the Palos Hills. This is going to be on the 6th for $130. So if you don't know who 100 Thieves are, they're an esports team. They were tapped to help this design the new Adidas silhouette, which is named after the founder's hometown. According to Adidas, it's a reimagining of an older model from the Adidas archives, but they did not clarify what model to the sneaker news people. Anyway, regardless, it's an old school style Adidas that shares a lot of similarities to current hits like the Samba, as you can tell from the photos. Nike Air Max 186 in Powerwall is going to be on the 7th for $150. So back in 2006, Nike dropped the Powerwall collection that featured a number of Air Maxes that old heads consider grails. 18 years later, Nike is bringing one of those grails back, the Nike Air Max 1 Powerwall. One caveat, however, this pair takes the shape of the 1986 silhouette with the wider Air Max window instead of the smaller one found on the 2006 pair. That's probably going to be a sticking point for some Air Max fans, but I bet most won't even notice if we're being fair. Nike continues their In7 initiative that helps support indigenous youth through sport and education with funding through various grants and programs, and it came back earlier this year with a new collection of apparel and sneakers. This follow-up for the fall season includes two familiar figures, the Nike Dunk and Kevin Durant's signature line. So that's the Nike Dunk In7 on the 7th for $130 and the Nike KD7 Nike KD17 In7 on the 7th for $150. There's a lot of sevens in that sentence. Nike's got a 4-pack of Air Force One lows that take on the dance theme that was prevalent earlier this year. Some of the design changes from other Air Force Ones include the upside down Nike Air branding and the use of what's called Nike's better leathers that improve durability and reduces creasing. Not sure if that's happening if you're actually dancing in these, but sure, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. So we have the women's Nike Air Force One Low in Volt on the 7th for $130. We have it in black on the 7th for $130. We have it in white on the 7th for $130. And then we also have it in Summit White, which is whiter, I guess, on the 7th for $130. Now, with the winter months fast approaching, Adidas has teamed up with the Moon Boot to create a new silhouette called the Moon Boost that features Boost Tech in both high and low cut flavors. So you have the Moon Boot Adidas Moon Boost in high. That's going to be in Power Blue on the 7th. Then you have it in Core Black on the 7th as well. Then you have it in the low cut version in Clear Brown on the 7th, and then you have the low cut version in Core Black as well on the 7th as well. Brain Dead is doing a collaboration with Converse on the Chuck 70. That's going to be on the 7th for $110. Beams has a Reebok Insta Pump Fury coming out. It's the 94 version, if that helps anybody or that narrows it down for some folks. That's going to be on the 7th for $230. The New Balance 740 is going to be in black on the 7th for $110. The New Balance 9060 in Sky Blue. This is actually a Champ Sports exclusive, so that's going to be on the 7th for $150. So if you're near a Champ Sports, this is one should be able to pick up without much of a problem. And then Puma, F1's creative director A$AP Rocky, is back with two new colorways of his Inhale sneaker that could easily be mistaken for something that Sir Lewis Hamilton would wear on the grid. Just, less bulky. Anyways, while the black and highlighter neon green opts for a clean, fresh out the box look, the white, yellow, and blue colorway has a worn out, distressed sort of style that replicates what these kicks would look like if I spent some time in an F1 garage. Meanwhile, Rocky is also dropping two colorways of the brand's 3D printed slip-on, the Mostro, on the same day. Yes, these are slip-ons. Don't be scared. So we have the A$AP Rocky Puma Inhale Black and Neon on the 7th for $120. We have that in white and yellow and blue colorway that's going to be on the 7th for $120. And then we have the Monstro 3D Red and Black on the 7th for $250. Then you have it in black and neon on the 7th for $250 as well. On the Nike side of things, when it comes to runner, the Pegasus Wave is killing it right now, and you can get that in light lemon twist on the 8th for $160. Puma Le Francais Gifted is dropping on the 8th for $110 for all of you Mellow fans out there. For you Curry/Golden State Warrior fans, you can get the Curry 12 in Wardell mode. This is on the 8th for $140. And then probably the release of the year, the way that it's being pushed, the Wu-Tang Clan Nike Dunk High on November 9th for $150. Look, when Nike goes out of their way to release a teaser months before the release, create a special promo package for friends and family that's signed by the RZA, and drop an actual real deal commercial featuring the New York Knicks, you know this is a really big deal. After decades of being a grail that only members of the Wu-Tang Clan and various associates had access to, we're finally getting a retail release. People hoping that this would encounter the same fate as other recent grails that Nike has brought back to sit in stores are quickly finding out that that's not the case. So good luck to everyone on the 9th. I really hope that they release more of these, especially with the way that they're pushing it. The Air Jordan 9 Olive is dropping on the 9th for $210. Look, despite getting a handful of retros and remixes over the past several years, this is the first time that the Olive 9s are getting a proper retro since 2012. Although that pair was not well received due to complaints about the quality. You have to go all the way back to like 2002 to get a retro that fans were happy with, but good luck finding a pair that's still wearable today, so this is your option. Felix the Cat is doing a Puma Suede collab. This is going to be on the 9th for $110. So Felix the Cat is no stranger to sneaker collabs, having worked with brands like Skechers and Diadora. This new Puma Suede features a furry cat hair-like upper, which is kind of cool, and Felix's branding on the tongue and on the heel. And that is going to do it for the next week of releases. Again, wearing shoes that I already have. This is the new or the old Fear 4, or the OG of the Fear 4. These squeak, so I might get the new pair when they come out later in November. But as of right now, I'm gonna rock these. Try to do the whole baby powder trick to see if that stops them from squeaking. But I don't think it's the actual inside. I think it's the bubble here. As you can see, the bubble's all fogged up and stuff. Anyway, you don't want to hear me ramble. As always, I appreciate you. Make sure you like, favorite, and subscribe. And if I missed a sneaker, let me know down in the comments below, and really let everyone else in the comments down below know as well. That way they get the information that they need. As always, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you soon. Peace.